Some Saturday NBA action brought to you by 2K Sports. Home court advantage goes to the Warriors playing here at the Oracle Arena. And it's the Cavaliers to start out. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Cleveland, Irving and Waiters, the guards. The two stars, LeBron and Love at the 3 and the 4. And it's Verjao in at center. Shot clock at 6. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Well, Kevin Durant, last season's MVP, but LeBron James has won 4 in the last 6 seasons. He's one of only 5 players to ever win that many, and you can bet he thought they were going to.
And you remember LeBron James came within one vote of being the league's first ever unanimous MVP back in 2013.
Yeah, he got 120 out of 121 votes, and you know the question was, who did not vote for him? That's a conversation for another time. One sports writer did choose Carmelo Anthony. He said he didn't expect to be the only one. Now, he is.
Well, writer. Here's Irving, following the basket by Stephen Curry. Cut the bucket.
Defense just has to fight over the top of those screens.
Especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, he doesn't miss too many open shots.
Now, here's Curry. The screen on Irving. Curry attacking. Easy layup after coming off the pick.
Lee with a solid pick that time.
And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Setting the pick for Love. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Now here's Thompson. Back to Curry. Stolen by Waiters. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Waiters leading the charge. James in the post, guarded by Curry. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
Well, nice way there to get your first basket of the game.
On defense, the Cavaliers, they lead by 4. Vogel with a screen on Irving. And Curry, here we go. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy dunk. Very, very well done. Think of the Warriors as a really strong team, and they are, but this might surprise you a bit. They had trouble with teams in the East. Lost to some of those teams in the Eastern Conference who expected them to beat last year.
Well, the Warriors had some off shooting nights, certainly, as you guys were talking about, against the East. Definitely gave up some games because of it last year.
Well, and as poor as they actually shot against the East, the Warriors still won 20 games against the conference. So it just shows you how talented this club is.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Steph Curry known for his great shooting, and rightly so, but a well-rounded player. In fact, he tied for second in the NBA last season with 3 triple-doubles.
And Steph Curry's first triple-double, how about this? It happened early last season, and it only took him 3 quarters of play. And what was an early statement game for the Warriors against the hapless Sixers, Steph showed them who was in charge. They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
It's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward.
On the wing, Iguodala. From 12 feet out. And it comes off the front of the rim. And Steph Curry, Steve, one of the best rebounding point guards in the NBA throughout his young career.
Yeah, not the strongest or the most explosive athlete, but incredible coordination and anticipation. And so his feel for the game allows him to figure out where to be before everybody else on the floor. Well, I love the fact that he's fighting hard on the boards, but you know, you got to be smart too. Over the back, that's an easy call there.
Well, that's simply the result of poor position under the glass. But at least you can't fault him for being past if he was trying to be aggressive.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Bogut. Green comes in for Lee. And it's Barnes in for Andre Iguodala.
Well, you got to love his determination on the glass, coming out of the gate strong.
Irving drives in, and he gets the bucket. Irving's got his second best.
Now That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical, be more aggressive.
I agree, Clark. It doesn't look like they have the will to do that at this moment.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 6. Got that one up quick. James has got 8 points.
Looks like he might be on his game today, Clark.
Outside Curry. Spades with a screen on Irving. Here's Curry with the 3. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. And some changes here for the Warriors. Rush comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Then for the Cavaliers, Sean Marion is checked in for Large. Miller comes in for Dion Waiters. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Here is Livingston. Tristan Thompson picking up that last bucket. And Spates gets it to go.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
As he should. That's a good decision. When he gets a clean look, he's got to take it.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Marion setting the pick for James. Vicious to Marion. Clock at 6. Back to LeBron. Power down with both hands.
What a start they've gotten off to. A big lead for them, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet.
And it's not just their hot offense here. I mean, they're playing very strong defense too, guys.
It is very dangerous to leave them open like that.